Okay, Ultimate Frisbee, it's a field sport, kind of similar to football, or in America we call it soccer.
Yeah.
The basic rule is that once you catch it, you're not allowed to run with it, so you have to establish a pivot foot, like basketball. You step from side to side, make a pass to your teammate, work the disc down the field until you catch it in an end zone, like American football, and at that point you have you've scored a goal, 1 point. So that's the basics of the game. It's non-contact, which makes it something that everybody can play, and it requires a very high level of technical skill, because frisbees, they're really easy to throw until somebody's in front of you, until you have to get it to a specific spot, to a specific person in a specific amount of time. At that point it becomes a lot more challenging, and there's lots of skill involved with throwing the frisbee. It's also a very intellectual game. There's no quarterback. Like in American football, there's no star player like you have in a lot of other sports. Everybody has to be involved. Everybody's a quarterback. Everybody's a receiver. Much like football, but kind of even on a greater level, because the thing is, you can throw a frisbee 70 meters, or you can throw it 5 meters or 2 meters. So some people are really good at the short game. Some people are really good at the long game. Tall people, short people. People that are just really good at throwing. That all those same aspects makes it a game that men and women play equally. It's one of the only games that's played in the World Games mixed. So there's the same number of men and women on the field at all times. And frequently what happens is that it's the team with the best women that win. The men kind of end up equaling each other out, and the women become the key ingredient. Another thing that's really common is decision making is a very important part of the game, and especially at the youth level, what you'll see is that the boys just want to throw and run and that, and the girls, they're like, well, let's be smart. Let's make sure we don't have a turnover. Let's throw a careful throw and work the disc down the field rather than just trying to get everything at one go. So it's a really interesting dynamic that way, but it's also great for confidence. There's just number of stories are endless about girls who have started playing and just gained confidence. It's one of the things that's kind of lacking in a lot of situations is opportunities for young girls to really have a chance to grow and develop their skills and get confidence. And it really turns them into more confident people, and it teaches boys to respect girls and vice versa. A lot of those same elements are the reasons why 10 Million Discs uses Ultimate to bring people from different cultures together. There's no referee in Ultimate. It's another really unique aspect of the game. It's governed by a principle called Spirit of the Game. Spirit of the Game dictates that winning is not as important as maintaining your own integrity. The whole goal of sport is not really about beating somebody else. The whole goal of sport is about being the best that you can be, being the best athlete you can be, performing at your best under pressure. That's the point of sport. And when you add a referee into that, now it's a matter of how much can I get away with. And that element is taken out of Ultimate because you are your own referee, and your opponent is also the referee. A lot of people kind of think that, okay, well, self-refereeing means that you can call your opponents. It also means that you can call yourself when you commit a foul and a violation. And this is something that's really starting to show up a lot more in other sports now. I don't know if it's just a sign of the times or actually a carryover from Ultimate, but there's other sports that are starting to introduce kind of integrity rules and encouraging people to be like, yeah, okay, the referee might have missed the call, but I know. And that's really what it comes down to. Is at the end of the day, you know whether or not you broke the rules. And by holding yourself to the highest standard possible, you make your accomplishments that much greater. Because if you cheat in order to get a win, well, you've really just cheated yourself. And you always know it in your heart whether or not you broke the rules. And that's the kind of the point of sport, is there's rules to create a challenge. It's really easy to just break a rule and win. Like in a board game, like in life. You break rules, you win, you get this reward, but you didn't really earn it. So you don't get the satisfaction of really having a true accomplishment. And that's kind of the essence of Ultimate and Spirit of the Game, is that it's a group of people all over the world who have chosen to believe that sport is about something other than just winning. That spirit and maintaining respect for the rules and for your opponent is more important. So the mutual respect for your opponent is such a key ingredient. And it's one of the reasons why there's organizations all over the world. So in the Middle East, there's a group that's bringing together Palestinian and Arab Israeli and Jewish Israeli youth and teaching them that, yeah, they can play together, they can resolve their differences themselves, and they don't need a third party telling them what to do. Same thing's going on in Northern Ireland, in the Balkans, Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, Central America. All over the world, people are turning to Ultimate as a unique sport. It's the only sport in the world that we've been able to find that has conflict resolution built into the rules. So what happens is the kids, they kind of soak up these lessons without even realizing it. They're learning, but they're having a lot of fun while they're doing it. And what that does is it turns them into better individuals who starts to actually go home and like talk to their parents and their classmates and their teachers about spirit of the game. And we're starting to see a lot of carryover and ripple effect of people just doing little simple things because now they approach life with the philosophy of spirit of the game. Of, yeah, I could take advantage here, but I would know at the end of the day, so I'm not going to. So I hope that's a pretty good summary of spirit of the game and what makes Ultimate so unique. It's also a very low-cost sport, which is one of the reasons why it's spreading very rapidly in a lot of countries that don't have a lot of money. All the equipment you really need is a disc. The number of games that I played when I was first starting, where we just took off our shoes and used those as cones, that's really what it's about. You know, so it's very low cost. It's super fun. I mean, personally, I never really enjoyed running. I did it for training. And to this day, I won't go out for a run. But I'll go to an Ultimate tournament and I'll run for 8 hours because there's a Frisbee involved. So it's great exercise. It's really fun. It builds a really strong sense of community, and it teaches kids very valuable life lessons. Affordable, gender equality, and conflict resolution. You know, in so many ways, it's the perfect tool for a lot of the problems that people are trying to solve right now.